Welcome to Day 2 of the Rolex Farr 40 Worlds 2011 in Sydney. To stage World Championship racing, you need a seasoned race management veteran, someone like Peter Reggio.
I've been with the class. I think the first Worlds I was involved with was '98. I was doing a mark boat and then started actually running the races. This, I think, is my 8th Worlds that I've been responsible for running the races. I've got to be on top of watching the boats and seeing what their angles are. And the boats will tell me about a wind shift far before any information I get from the mark boats of what wind they've got, because they'll get a wind shift at the top of their rig well before the wind shift will get down to the water. So you've got to be really on your feet watching what the boats are and their angles and stuff like that to decide whether you're going to change the course or alter things to make it more fair. Once again, we're signaling a change at the bottom marks. We've got a bunch of boats that are very even, and these boats are even. They tend to go around the race course tied together. They're very close. And in order to get them to separate a little bit by the time they get to the first mark, just so there's less protests and less crashes and less carnage, you basically have to have a little bit longer first leg than you would think to separate them, give them more time to shuffle out. And then generally the second beat will be about anywhere from 20 to 30% shorter, because they already have separated and there's not the big issue of the congestion at the top mark. I get here at about 8 in the morning and start thinking about what we're going to do. And like today, we were talking with the weather guys and we've decided to hold off for an hour because we know that if we wait an hour, at least the racing will be better by the time we go out. And just make a couple of small decisions like that about where we're going to go, how we're going to do it.
Today's changing conditions were a challenge for the race committee and competitors alike. Offshore, after a couple of postponements and a general recall, the fleet was finally off for race 4. Local knowledge seemed to work for Transfusion, who led the fleet around the top mark. Behind them, the players kept changing, but Transfusion carried on to cross first, with Flash Gordon and Struncher Light finishing 2nd and 3rd. Race 5 saw the breeze increase to 8 to 10 knots and the seas building. After another general recall, the Italians on Neroni showed their willing form and were quickly out in front. Downwind, the ocean swell added to the challenge, testing spinnaker trimmers. Barking Mad started the downwind leg 6 boat lengths behind Neroni. A couple of well-placed jibes drew the US boat within reach at the finish, but Neroni still crossed 4 seconds ahead to take the win. Race 6, the breeze was up to 12 to 15 knots. This final race of the day was a replay of the previous race with a slight reshuffle in the top 3, Neroni, Voodoo Chili and Barking Mad. After 6 races, Transfusion moves up to 1st place, Neroni is in 2nd, and Estate Master slips to 3rd place.